The question I get asked the most, what type of lock should I use for my type of mechanism? Well, in today's video, I'm going to try my best to help. We're going to start off by talking about multi-point locking mechanisms, which looks like this. The first thing to check is the distance between the center of the keyhole to the edge of the door frame on the outside door. If this is less than 27 millimeters, your options are limited to our TF model, which is our thinnest model in the range. If this distance is more than 27 millimeters, you've got a lot more options, which brings us to the next question. Do you have a letterbox or a gap in your door that someone could reach through and grab the inside handle? If the answer to that question is yes, you have two options. The first is our flagship model, the SS, which features a child lock button on the inside, allowing the door handle to be locked or unlocked with ease. Not only does this offer fantastic protection against anybody trying to put their hand through a letterbox or a gap in the door, but it also keeps young children or those clever pets who have learned to open the door inside the house. If that level of security is not enough for you, the other option is our DFF. This model has a fingerprint and fob reader on the inside, which must be used to open the inside handle. If you don't have a letterbox on your door, that opens a lot more options for you. You can use any of the models that we've previously covered, plus our more budget-friendly EF model. This has panic exit on the inside, meaning the internal handle is never locked and it just requires to be pushed down to open. However, if you're not subject to any of these limitations, we always recommend our flagship model, the SS, due to the fantastic features that we've added, combining all of the experience that we've accumulated, allowing us to make this fantastic design with a higher gauge steel, fingerprint reader on a more accessible location, and of course that brilliant child lock feature on the inside. Okay, so now let's dive into the night latch mechanisms, which look like this. There are two common types of back sets when it comes to night latch mechanisms, 40 millimeters and 60 millimeters. If yours is 60 millimeters, which is the center of the keyhole to the edge of the door, you can install our night latch model without any issues whatsoever. However, if you have a 40 millimeter, it's entirely possible that due to the size of the smart lock and the room needed, you might need to change your back set to the 60 millimeter night latch, which will then allow you to retrofit this without an issue. Moving on to a sash lock. That looks like this. You can recognize it with a key operated deadbolt and a spring-loaded latch. If your key-operated deadbolt is not a Euro cylinder, which we will cover later on, you can still use one of our spindle-based smart locks, which is any of our Slim Series range, plus our lever line. Our customers will primarily use the lever line smart lock as a budget-friendly option for less demanding security locks, such as your internal doors, be that bedroom or home office. But if you have a Euro cylinder, which looks like this, you can use two of our Euro cylinder options. One is the NF and the other is the MF. The difference between the two is the NF is not motorized and the MF is. The definition of a motorized Euro cylinder is that it has a built-in motor which will automatically retract and push out your latch and bolt without you having to manually turn a thing. If you've bought a brand new door with no locking mechanism on it whatsoever, then you have the freedom to choose basically any of our locks, and all you have to do is also pop onto our accessories page and get the matching mechanism for the smart lock you wish to use. An example of one of our most secure mechanisms for our spindle-based locks is this single spindle retrofittable multi-point lock here. If you have a glass door, then you're limited to one option, our brand new GF glass door lock. One of the real benefits of this lock is that there's no muss, no fuss. It's as simple as peel off, stick on the door, power up, and you're ready to go. Now moving on to more exotic options like an external garden gate door. The first thing to find out is, do you have enough space to fit a smart lock? There are some measurements on the screen as I'm speaking. Now, if your gearbox is deeper than 50 millimeters and longer than 330 millimeters, then you're able to use our SS as a good waterproof option for external garden gates. If your gearbox measurements are less than the image shown, then you have a couple of options, our Euro cylinder based NF model or our new WF model. You may be asking yourself, well, if I have an external garden gate, why can't I use, for example, the MF motorized cylinder? The main limitation for some of these models is the inside panel being waterproof or not, which is why you're limited to our fully waterproof range for external garden gates. The next thing to consider is, does your gate have gaps or holes that someone could reach through and grab the inside? If the answer to that is yes, don't worry, we've got you covered. You can use any of the models I've just covered, but they're double-sided counterparts, which are all completely waterproof with a fingerprint and fob reader on the inside handle as well for that extra security. So hopefully this video has helped you understand which smart lock is right for your mechanism. However, we do understand that in some cases there are unique situations, and if that happens, then please reach out to myself or any of the team with a couple of photos of your door and mechanism, and we'd be happy to try and work out if there's a solution that works best for you. Thank you very much.